Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Entertainment News. Suddenly there's a lot of good news at the box office this weekend. Deadpool 3 opened, became a mega hit, but also some good news for the indie horror scene. Longlegs is the highest grossing indie horror film of the last decade. Before we get to that, a few things for you to do for us. We are trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We need less than 300 to get there before the end of the year. So please subscribe, hit the alert bell, like, comment, send super, so become a member for $2.99 a month. If you do comment, keep it friendly, keep it on topic, don't make it personal, and you'll get a equally kind and friendly comment in return. All right then, Longlegs, now the highest grossing indie horror movie of the last 10 years at US box office. And I've not seen the film yet. Hopefully, Don will get a chance to see it someday soon and do a review for us. Osgood Perkins Longlegs continues to be a massive success story at the indie horror. The film scaring up $58.6 million domestically for a current worldwide total of $66.7 million. Longlegs is now the third highest grossing horror movie of the year at the worldwide box office, behind A Quiet Place Day One, $253 million, and Exhuma, $97 million. And it's also hit a huge milestone for indie horror. Deadline reports that Neon's Longlegs is now officially the highest grossing indie horror movie of the past 10 years at the United States box office. Deadline reports now in week 3, the Osgood Perkins pick is also the top grossing R-rated horror of 2024 and the highest grossing indie horror film of the last 10 years, topping A24's Talk to Me, Insidious Chapter 3, which I liked, from Universal's Focus, and A24's Hereditary, which I also liked. The film's reported production budget was around $10 million, so Longlegs is also turning a huge profit for distributor Neon. Domestically, it is their highest grossing movie of all time. In Longlegs, FBI agent Lee Harker, Mayaka Monroe, is a gifted new recruit assigned to the unsolved case of an elusive serial killer, Nicolas Cage. As the case takes complex turns, unearthing evidence of a cult, Harker discovers a personal connection to the merciless killer and must face against time to stop him before he claims the lives of another family. And there is the poster, which I'm sorry is too big to see all in one shot. Pretty simple stuff. Poster reminds me of like a black metal album cover. But yeah, I've not seen the film. I've heard good things from it from a lot of people. Also, slightly less good things about it from the type of YouTube pundits who you wouldn't expect to like such a film to begin with. A lot of comparisons, I guess, to Silence of the Lambs, but of course there is sounds like there's a more supernatural element too as well. I'm not sure. But the reason I chose to bring up the story today is I think it's good news for the box office. We've had nothing but doom and gloom for so long. All of these talk about, the end of the movie-going experience, but clearly that is not true. We've had multiple billion-dollar films already this year, mostly in animation, but now it looks like we should see the new Deadpool film hit the billion-dollar mark in a couple of weeks. Twisters overperformed mightily, which is also good news. So although I have not been to the movies in a long time, and Longlegs is certainly not the type of film that they'll show at my local small-town cinema, I think this is good news. Here at Let's Talk, we support indie horror cinema a lot, and it is the main love of our channel co-owner, Don. So it's good news to hear that that this is happening, that another success story has occurred in the indie box office for indie horror. And I repeatedly hear talk about Blumhouse, even like with Blumhouse, where the films are sort of up and down in quality. They've typically had a smart business model which allows them to make a lot of profits off of smaller investments, and I think this is just, and I've said this many times, is something that the greater world of moviegoing needs to understand, is that they don't have to spend $200 million budgets on every film. Make some more mid-budget films, make some more low-budget films, pad the corners of your yearly earnings with these smaller films, and chances are you make a couple of them a year, and some of them are going to be surprise hits. So good news for indie horror films. The indie horror world is one of the healthiest corners of movie making right now. But there you have it. What do you think? Drop a comment in the comment section below. But until next time, keep it creepy.